Welcome to the Mental Craftsman, where we build stronger minds and share the lessons we've learned through what we've lived.
My name's Ray, and I am the Mental Craftsman. That's what I do. I help you mentally visualize yourself and your future through telling short stories. And we're going to upload one every day. Every day, we're going to upload a small 3 to maybe 4 minute story. And then I'm just going to comment on that story. And I'm not anything other than somebody that's lived a lot of life. I've had a lot of things go wrong. I'm not going to get into my personal life, but believe me, I've carried a few crosses in my life. I've had some pain in my life. And I had to find an outlet in a way to express myself. And when I started a little TikTok thing, it brought me on a journey to talk about journaling and what helped me. And through journaling, we learn about ourselves. It's kind of like if you were in the Webster's dictionary and you could look yourself up by say your name and looked it up, what would the definition of you be? The definition of me would have changed, and we always wanted to change. We always want a new episode of the definition of us. So in journaling, we're actually writing our definition. We're getting clarity of who and why we are and where our purpose is. That's what we're doing. It's like writing a book, but you're always going to wrap up this chapter. Brian and I are in here having fun with this podcast, and we're laughing, and we're talking about hand signals. See, so this is communication. Communication is your communication with yourself through journaling. When you're stroking that pen down on paper, or maybe you journal just by talking into your notes on your phone, or maybe you just journal little notes, jot it down. Maybe you just draw little pictures. But anyway, journaling is your schedule. Think of it like this. Give this some thought. When you go to work, you have a schedule and you have a job at hand. You're being looked upon as somebody that's going to produce what it is that you produce at work. And it doesn't matter what you do in life. You have a job. There's some kind of production going on. You can be cooking, cleaning, writing contracts. You can be a bellman. You can be an attorney. You're a doctor. You have specific tasks in life. And that doesn't make who you are what you are, right? But you follow that because in return, you get monetary gain to pay your bills. Well, when you're journaling, that's your schedule of thought of where you need to be. And what it pays you back is peace. And it pays you back understanding. That's what journaling is. Journaling is living what you think your life should be. And the production is brought to you through patience and effort. And what you get out of it, the gain, is you get peace. You get understanding. You get clarity. You get energy. You get a peace of mind. You get to see yourself. You get to see what your habits are. But you do this on a consistent basis, just like your job. You show up with effort on your job, and you show up with effort to your journal book, right? You're writing your story. And things will change over time. If you journal once, it's not going to do anything. It's like going to the gym once. It's not going to do anything. But if you journal for 3 or 4 months, you're going to start to notice change. It'd be like if you started to change your diet and exercise for 3 or 4 months, you're going to notice change. Little steps of effort mentally. That's what the Mental Craftsman's about. That's what this podcast is about. That's what we're gonna help you with. We're gonna help you learn different ways and methods through awareness, and explaining to you the benefits of keeping yourself away from getting into rabbit holes from anguish, keeping yourself away from trauma, keeping yourself away from people that could make you mentally unstable, things in our lives that trigger us. Triggers can be controlled by boundaries. Now, if noise bothers you, you're not going to move next to a railroad station, right? If heights bother you, you're not going to build the tallest treehouse in the world. But yet sometimes we find ourselves in situations that annoy us, and we do it continuously because it's now habitual behavior, or we feel we have to do it to please others or to do something for other people. When you're your authentic self, you're going to it's like getting to the center of the onion, layer after layer after layer after layer after layer. And the more you get in there, the greater the taste of that onion is. Everything is good at the core. That's where seeds grow in fruit. That's where things happen. And to get there, we're not only pulling the layers off, but we're uprooting like weeds that are in us. We're pulling it out, root and all. And what do you have? You have new soil cultivated within yourself to plant new thoughts of hope and understanding. Hopefully you understand yourself so you can write a good definition. So when you look up your name in the dictionary, what comes up is something that you like and you desire. Because sometimes we have days and we have actions and we have emotions that may or may not be us, right? And when we're journaling and we're trying to track our life and what our purpose is, what makes us feel good, what energizes you, what makes you feel like you've been unleashed from what's weighing you down in life, think about that. You can find it through journaling. So this series, every day, we're going to give you a little story. Then we're going to explain that story, and we're going to try to tie it into your life to make you feel good. But most of all, I want you to know that if you do feel brought down, chained in the weight, only you have the key. Only you have the key to unlock that chain and to go forward.
Thanks for tuning in to the Mental Craftsman. We appreciate you being here and building with us. If you like what you hear, make sure to follow us on TikTok and YouTube for more raw conversations, fresh ideas, and new episodes every day. Join the community, stay inspired, and keep crafting your mental tools. Don't forget to follow the Mental Craftsman.